Hello, it's the Toaster Party, and we're back with another episode of Burning Abyss Control Budget version 2 against Dark Warrior, and as you can see in their hand, Red Eyes Dragon, which means they're on Dragoon. So, without further ado, let's get into the game. They start off with tuning. Oh, yay, they're also a Synchro variant. They then link off into Crystal and Halqifibrax. They also get to trigger Suprex. I want to negate that copy of Halqifibrax because I'm afraid of what they're going to get if they are able to resolve that. They then use Goki Rematch to bring back Suprex and Octostretch, which then gives them more link fodder to go into Isold. Fun card. They then are able to go into add a Headbat into hand and then go into a Twist Cobra. They also get to mill off several or the Divine Sword Phoenix Braid, which allows them to go into Attack Gainer. Well, that telegraphs that they're then going to go into an Aturia Beast at some point, or at least that was part of their plan. They then have a Martial Metal Marcher, which then allows them to go into the Attack Gainer again. They add back the Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, they summon back the Suprex. Headbat then summons itself to their side of the field, letting them go into the Aturia Beast, but going back into the Divine Sword Phoenix Blade to hand so they can discard for Jet Synchron. They then use Verte Anaconda, and yeah, they're going to be able to then go into the Red Eyes Fusion from here. They then go into Dragoon, so now I cannot cast my Foolish Burial. I am locked from the extra deck, and they have Dragoon. Well, I'm going to activate the Foolish Burial anyway, but I'm pretty much know that the writing's on the wall here, and I'm going to try attempting to summon Skarm, summon Tour Guide, use its effect, but then I realized I was pretty much dead here anyway. I was just trying to bait out negation, but I was dead. We're back with game 2, and this time we're going first. And our hand is pretty alright. I'm going to start off by normal summoning the Graph, going into Dante, removing the Graph to then mill off some nice mills with... So then I'm going to go into Nightmare Service, allowing me to put a copy of a card back into my hand, allowing me to go into Beatrice, and setting a copy of Karma Cut to my side of the field. Unbeknownst to my opponent, this is technically a 4 disruption board. Actually, I think it might be 5 disruption if I'm thinking it through correctly. I'm going to effect Veiler, their copy of Isold, because I don't want that resolving. They're then going to link off into a second copy of Isold. I don't want that resolving either. So I'm going to then detach a copy of Farfa, removing it from the field. They're then going to Goki Rematch to get themselves into 3 different link materials. Getting a Headbat for another one. I see the copy of Verte Anaconda. I'm not going to allow that to resolve, because no matter what, I have to prevent Dragoon from hitting the field. They then go into Halqifibrax. I'm going to Ghost Ogre that, so they can get the Jet Synchron, leaving them with no material and nothing to work with. They have now the Isold back, and all I have to do is just walk over everything on their side of the field. Sadly, I don't really have any big Burning Abyss monsters left in my deck to go into, so I'm just going to go in... I probably should have put Beatrice in attack mode at this point, but they can't really do anything, so I'm just going to go into Borreload, leaving Beatrice and having a copy of Seer and Tour Guide in my hand, as well as a set copy of Lost World. They're going to use a Kaiju on top of my Borreload, but they can't do anything else, and that's game. We're back with game 3, and while our opponent's going first, our hand is looking pretty okay. They go into the full combo because they were able to get that copy of Tuning, which allows them to go into Jet Synchron. They then use the Link Cross to make some material to be able to Synchro off into Martial Metal Marcher, which allows them to bring back the Quick Draw Synchron, and then they special summon the Jet Synchron, allowing them to go into Union Carrier and Verte Anaconda. They are then able to Domain Lock me using the Buster Sword, and then they go into Dragoon. But I drew into a Kaiju, which allows me to then remove their copy of Dragoon, and then I get to summon my own copy of Humongous, and then I'm just going to start walking over everything on their side of the field. What I should have done was probably attack over the Union Carrier, leaving them with nothing to work with, but I still have the Effect Veiler, so everything's still okay. I'm going to Effect Veiler the Union Carrier because I thought it was only on special summon, or linked summon to the side of the field I could use its effect, but I don't want them getting anything else in their deck. Then I'm going to use Emergency Teleporter, getting Ghost Ogre. That's a form of disruption. I'm then going to go into a card that can just plainly attack over it, and attack over both the Union Character and then the Ghost Ogre. They then have to draw some out, and that's not going to do it. And then they scoop it up. Finally, I have beat a board that had Dragoon on it.